Hello, hello, hello. I am Spiritual Life Coach Tricia Booker here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power, and that is the truth of who God has created us to be. So you all, first I want to take the time to just say thank you for viewing my videos, for all the likes, the subscribes, for the shares, for all of the financial contributions to my channel, and for all the seeds that you sow into my ministry. It is so very much appreciated. And so, as you already know, and if you don't know, now you know, I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. So, what I have for you today is this. I'm hearing cut the cords. Cut the cords. So, what am I speaking of? Specifically, I'm talking about people that are not good for you, people that are negative, people that are jealous of you. And you know it. You know it. You've seen it. You're aware. Things may have happened to show that that is the case. Whatever it may be for you, you need to cut the cords on people who are jealous of you. Let me explain why. People who are jealous of you will always have a motive in their heart or ill intentions towards you. People who are jealous of you are not happy about who you are, what you're doing, what you're being, whatever it is that's causing them to be jealous of you. And so what happens is that jealous people linger ill intent towards you in their heart. I've come to learn that you cannot even have a healthy, functional relationship with someone who is jealous of you. How can you? They're jealous of you. And so this is the thing. When people are jealous, if they don't deal with that, nip it in the bud and get to the bottom of how jealous even enters into them in the first place, to deal with themselves and whatever that is, what's at the root of why that's happening, whether it be with you or anyone else, because some people are just jealous hearted. Some people just may be jealous of you. And either way, you have to deal with that. When you're not dealing with that, what happens is that it festers. When it festers, it can fester into a demon, or it may have already been a demon. Either way, at some point, it's going to be acted upon, because a jealous person cannot not do something towards you to act out its jealousy. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes people are just jealous. And they just jealous, but they're not doing anything towards you. Let me give you some examples. When we know of people that are trying to pull us down, whether it be by words, saying something to slight us, saying something like they say to pull us down a couple of notches, just saying something or doing something to try to make us feel a certain kind of way or feel small. And usually that happens because they're jealous of you. And they don't want you to see you continue to move forward. And whatever that is, continue to grow. So they do things, whether indirectly or directly, to slight you. So, and they do other things too. Some people just directly tell you ain't, whatever it is. The point is, even what they call secret jealousy, even secret jealousy is seen. Because, first of all, if they're not acting on it, it shows in their demeanor. If you pay attention, if you know body language, if you just are discerning and can pick up on a jealous spirit or someone who's in your presence or not. Sometimes you could be on the phone with somebody and you could pick up on it if you're in tune like that. So the point is, if you're aware that they're jealous, that's a problem all by itself. Sometimes they're not acting on it right away. But what happens is when they act on it, now they're doing something, taking action, motion, being proactive about trying to tear you down, trying to stop you, trying to minimize you, whatever it is they're trying to do. When they start doing things, and again, sometimes it's just there. And what happens is that if it's not dealt with, it brews. It brews in them. It builds. That's why the action eventually comes. And again, if it's not dealt with, an action is going to come. Because you can't just sit with that jealousy and not at some point act on it. Because again, when you're not dealing with that, getting to the root of that and casting that spirit of jealousy out, it can become a demon. And it's going to act out. It's going to start doing things. And again, when it starts to acting out and doing things to try to cause you harm, try to pull you down, whatever it is, that's a problem. Because you can't be, if you're in any kind of relationship with someone like that, whether it be a friendship, whether it be, I hate to say it, but a marriage, and it does happen, relatives, co-workers, anybody, it doesn't matter. You cannot be in a healthy relationship with someone who's not only jealous of you, but now they're acting on it. How can you have a healthy relationship with someone who's doing things to hurt you? Is that even possible? Furthermore, why would you want to be in a relationship with someone you know is jealous on you, and now they're doing things to try to deter you, tear you down, make you feel less than, whatever it is? I'm not saying that any of these things work. I'm not saying that, their attempts are successful when they try to make you feel a certain kind of way, make you feel. I'm not saying that they're successful, but why be in the presence and in relationship with someone who wants to tear you down? Makes no sense. And so I'm hearing that you need to cut the cords. You need to cut the cords of those who are not for you, those who are jealous of you, those who are just negative towards you, those that mean you no good, even if they're in your face or playing like they're for you. If you know for real, they're jealous of you and they really want to hurt you and don't want to see you move forward, if you know someone is don't like the fact of you growing, evolving, moving forward, whether they saying it or not, and no, don't ask them, because they'll never tell you the truth. That's just a avenue for them to say, no, don't do it, because they're not going to tell you that, no, because they're fronting many a times. They don't want you to know. Sometimes they don't even know. But if you know, you cannot have a healthy relationship with them. It will go nowhere. That thing will always be in them lurking at an opportunity to attack you or to just say something, to slight you. Anything just to bring you down, as they say, a couple of notches. Or make you feel like you ain't all that what you are. Who wants to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't want to see them grow and prosper and move on? Well, it happens. People do it every day, all day. But I encourage you to cut the cords if you want to move into what it is God is moving you into. If you want to see the promises of God, that in and yes and amen, He's saying you have to cut some cords. You better cut those jealous folks off. Cut the cords. Disconnect from them. Have nothing to do with them. I mean, except for an event where you have to deal with them, but you keep it short and simple. Don't do all that extra engaging them. They're not your friend. They're not for you. They're in an unhealthy state if they have jealousy lurking in their heart. You have to cut the cords. God can't even give you what he has for you or move you forward along as long as you have these kind of people in your life. So he's saying cut the cords. No, you can't work anything out with people that are jealous of you. You can't. Now, there is a time, or there is a place where you give them an opportunity to correct themselves. And it's, sometimes, I know for me personally, I've had to withdraw from certain people. And they realize, because they are in tune, they are in touch with God, and they might notice, and they talk to God about it, and they will correct themselves and continue to grow, and it doesn't become a problem again. When that's the case, that's different, because it can come up. But like I said, if you don't nip that in the bud and get to the bottom of that, but if you see somebody that's just continuously having this towards you, this jealousy towards you, it's not good. And let me just say this: when someone shows you that they're jealous of you, where they take some kind of action that is, I'm going to say they took an action on it. Once people start taking action on their jealousy, that's a problem. Let me tell you why. In a case like that, I'm not going to say you're never going to be able to recover from that and be in relationship with them. I'm not going to say that, but what I will say, it's a little tough for them, because that thing has already become active. And you know how sometimes you go through things with people, and even in an event where it's so bad that they recognize and they apologize possibly, or do whatever to get back in your good graces, and you let them back in. And what happens is, in the moment when they're apologetic and sorry, they may very well be. But what happens is that demon is lying dormant in the background, because you're not there for it to attack. But once you get back in relationship with them, or rekindle, or whatever, it'll activate again. And so it'll start going back into attack mode and doing the same thing over again. So what I'm saying here is that once a person starts acting on that jealousy, and you don't see that they're acting on it instead of recovering and taking care of it. And sometimes you might have to speak to certain people and say, hey, you have to use your discernment on that, because sometimes it's not quite jealous of you, but it may be certain things that they're doing where you have to address it. And with a person like that, that's receptive, and they make those proper changes and corrections, then that's a workable person. And that won't go that far, is kind of what I'm saying. But it's another thing when you keep seeing the same thing with a person over and over and over and over and over again, even if whether you talked about it or not. I encourage you to not let it go that far, but I also get when you don't know all this yet. Either way, what God is saying to me to share with you all is to cut the cords. You cannot be in a healthy, loving relationship, godly relationship, with someone who is jealous of you. It's impossible. It's impossible. And God does not desire that for you. He don't want you to be in a relationship with someone who's jealous of you. People who are jealous of you do not want to see you win. They don't want to see you make it. They don't want to see you grow. A lot of times they want to be you and mad because it's you or whatever. But you can't have healthy relationships with people like that. Now, I encourage you to pray for them and pray that they get free from that spirit of jealousy. Because that's a spirit. That's a demonic spirit. And again, the more it festers, it's unresolved and it's not cast out, it grows. And so again, it may lie dormant, but as soon as it has an opportunity, not necessarily just with you, but if it's a jealous hearted person, it does that with whoever. I've come to learn certain people are so jealous, they jealous of everything. Some people jealous of you, him, their mama, their cousin, the sun, the lake, the trees, the car. They just jealous of everything. Some people are just jealous hearted people, and they just can't stand to see nobody just be whatever. It's a sickness. It's an illness. It is a disease. It's a mental disorder. It's a spiritual disease. It's a spiritual disorder. It goes deep. And therefore, you cannot be in a healthy relationship, a functional, healthy, loving, godly relationship with someone who's jealous of you. Impossible. And if you're jealous of someone, I just pray that you repent. Take that to God and let him help you through that, because you can get free from it. It's just, you just have to want to. And you have to stop acting on the jealousy and let God heal you from whatever wounds or whatever you have going on that causes you to be that way, and or whatever you're doing to cause you to be that way. It goes a little too deep. I can't go into too much of that right here, but do what you need to do if you want to be free of the spirit of jealousy. And I want to say this: when you carry the spirit of jealousy, you can't move forward in life, because jealousy blocks you from anything God even has for you. You will never get it with jealousy. And again, God, you have a chance to correct yourself even with God. You have a chance to let him work that out with you even with God. But when you don't, and you just let that spirit of jealousy brew, you start getting blocked off from your own blessings. You start getting blocked up off from what he has for you. So, I encourage you to cut the cord. Cut the cord. Cut the cord with people who have jealousy towards you. Cut the cord from people with people who have a spirit of jealousy. It's not good. It's toxic. It's no good. It's nothing healthy in it. You know, it's kind of like I'm reminded of being on a ship, and a ship going shipwreck because the wrong entity is on there. It's kind of like that. When you rolling with somebody and you got somebody in your inner circle, you in relationship with someone with a spirit of jealousy, it's not smooth sailing for you. It's gonna rock the boat or cause you to go shipwreck. You gotta kick them off your ship. Ain't that, well, that's different. I was about to say, ain't that what happened with Jonah? Kind of. It wasn't that he had a spirit of jealousy. He was just somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. Same thing. Because you're not supposed to be in the spirit of jealousy. We know it happens. It's been happening since the beginning of time. All throughout the Bible, we see people who had the spirit of jealousy. It's running rapid right now in the world today. But that ain't where God would desire for you to be. That's not where his blessings are. It's not in the spirit of jealousy. So free yourself from the spirit of jealousy. And for those who are okay there, don't carry that spirit of jealousy, and that you're moving in your purpose and, you know, just moving forward in what God has for you and what he's doing in you, cut the cords from people who have the spirit of jealousy and those who are jealous of you. It doesn't matter who they are. I know they say sometimes it hurt. I guess I can understand that, because I've had to cut some cords with some folks that I love very much so. And it sucked that I had to do that. But I had to, because I can't do that. It's not good. It's not healthy. Where are we going with that? Nowhere. I'm not even comfortable engaging you. So what's the point? If I have to deal with somebody and be uncomfortable, if I have to be uncomfortable engaging you and be on alert and be all, I prefer not to. I only do things like that, handle myself like that when I'm in a situation where I have to be there for a certain purpose for a little period of time. But I'm not doing it in a relationship that I don't have to be in. And it doesn't matter who it is. God, and not above all that, when God say, cut the cord. I mean, for me, I'm already like, I've been in a position where I'm like, God, I ain't feeling this. But when he released me, I take his cue and I cut the cord. And it's better for me because you don't need that kind of an energy around you, engaging with you. Let jealous people do what they do on the outside. You don't let them in on the inside. Whatever they want to do on the outside, even if it's trying to stop you, whatever. I don't even want to go into all that. Let them do it from the outskirts. Not because they're in your inner circle or they're in your life. They have no business being in your life. So cut the cords. Kingdom people, cut the cords of jealous people. Cut the cord, cut the cord, cut the cord, cut the cord. No more jealous people in your life. And for others, no more jealousy in your spirit, in your heart. Free yourself. Get free. Let God set you free. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. So, if you like this video and if it resonates with you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Yeah. Also, if you are interested in any of the services I provide, all the information can be found right down below in the description box. And also check out my book, The Girl in the Mirror, by Sheila Brooks. Sheila Brooks is my pen name. The link is right down below in the description box, and it can also be found on Amazon. Yeah. I think that's it, you all. I love you all so very much. I really appreciate you all being here with me and taking the time to spend time with, okay, so much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Y'all, that's my time. So Jesus girl, she is out. Peace.